Is that a bird? Is that a play? It's Peacemaker, Steve OZER. And it's the almost magician himself, Magic Olmos. And it's Justin Kendall. And it's... I guess it's me too. I can only listen to Australia. Leon Icon. Holy dooly. Welcome to the 66th episode of Figure Done Friday. And what an episode we have jam-packed. For the people out there, Mo the Fig God, how you doing? There's so many people in the chat. They're ready. They're amped up to hear whatever these two gents below me have to say. But first, Justin, how the hell are you?
I'm doing all right. I can't believe we've kidnapped these guys and we have them here on Figure Friday.
It's just the dungeon technique, I like to call them. Keep them in the dungeon, but make sure you have a good webcam kind of source as well. How is it in the dungeon this time of year? What's the weather like, guys?
It's great. I found this Peacemaker mask in your dungeon. It's awesome. Tons of stuff down here.
Yeah. Just don't break it, seriously. Don't.
You should have told me you have all those LJNs down there, Nick.
Maybe he does. I'll look around as we go.
Hey, well, that's a great segue. Justin, should we get right into this damn freaking episode real quick?
We should do it.
Okay. LJNs, dude, coming back in a big way. Talk to me about it. I want to know where the idea came from, and also...
Sorry, I can't do that.
You can't... Yeah, I was going to say... You would have been the true Iron Man.
What was it, like 2 minutes? Oh, is Nick frozen?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
It's frozen because I took the mask off, and it threw off.
Yeah,
It's like the tin foil. It just couldn't pull it together. So,
I think
LJNs, you brought them
You have
back.
to do it in Nick character.
The Australian icon. So talk my ear off about these LJNs.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I have them. I have them here. And aren't they glorious? I think this is the first time showing off, like, in hand, the cards. Like, obviously, you guys were able to take pictures at Comic-Con, but here they are. The card back is nice and thick. So it's not going to be flimsy. It's going to deter some creasing and whatnot. And we actually have the card sealed over the bubble for even more protection. You know, back in the day, when you and Magic were kids, since I'm young, I don't really remember. Like when you and Magic were kids, the LJNs would sometimes fall off the card backs because they were so heavy. So now they ain't going to happen. So pretty cool. Really happy with how the packaging and the figures turned out.
someone just told me, Steve, that there's holes in the plastic blister for degassing. And I never heard of that before.
This?
Oh.
There's like, no, on the side, there's holes, like, to let it ventilate. Yeah. Like, they thought of everything, the packaging team. I've never.
Did they do that in the LJN days? Like the olden days, Steve?
I don't know. Mine are behind glass right now, so I'm not going to get them.
Probably full of gas.
Full of gas, you know, open that up. It's like
Probably
that Simpsons episode where the green mist comes out of the box. But anyway, there's Hogan. Do you want me to open him?
Yeah. Pop him open.
Let's do it. First
And
time
you got to
I've
smell him
never
too, right?
Actually open one.
You got to smell him, right?
I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
All right.
So the packaging isn't necessarily reusable. Once it's open, it's open.
It's not collector friendly, but it's collector satisfying.
I mean,
Little
the old
factor.
LJNs weren't collector friendly either.
So his tuchus doesn't rub on the back, and you don't get the tuchus paint rub going on.
Nice.
Well, let's look at this first poster box. Adios, amigo. All right.
So, Steve, the blue ones don't have any chance of getting a rare poster. Only the black ones.
I would think so, but you know, but they should have the standard poster. All of the standard poster. So let's check.
We're gonna find out. Yeah. Yep.
Here you go.
So it's a reproduction of the vintage 80s poster. The dimensions are slightly different, so you will be able to tell the difference. We did have to make some concessions here for the new packaging. And then we've got the Hulkster here. People ask like how rubbery they are. They're pretty rubbery.
Hey, sorry to crash the stream, guys. It's me. Next time.
It's also like, threaten me and say the belt's better come off. So it comes off. No need to threaten me. Not that. But anyway.
Does it connect the same way as the old LJNs? Yep.
There you go.
Wow.
And there you have it, folks. It's the Hulkster.
It's a 1-to-1 recreation.
That was a great answer. I'm so glad I was here and in the chat, just like all these Figure Friday enjoyers, to hear that answer.
Can I juggle them? I cannot. People can who are capable of that, but I personally cannot. There's Hulk. He's going to hang with me for a little bit on my laptop.
Oh, look at that. He's standing.
He can stand?
That's a nice improvement.
He's taken all he can stands, and he can't stands no more, but he can. John Cena. Everyone's favorite LJN.
Woo!
Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to Target.com right now.
And the American Dream, if you will, Dusty Rhodes with cop hat that's removable. Let's take Dusty out of the package too.
We need an open.
Thrilling television.
This is
unboxing.
This
it's Nick Storm's first unboxing. Look, Tuchus protector, right? Patent that magic. Tuchus protector. Don't let Hasbro steal that one from us. Oh, there's even little tape on the box so that his feet don't rub and the deco doesn't come off his feet. They've thought of it all. Lawrence, come on, man. The best in the business.
When I open these in 20 years, I can't wait for them to be that protected.
When your significant other throws these in the garbage after you passed away 30 years from now.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got a big crate that she can send them to Nick in.
Thank you. I need them somehow.
Dusty. Hat off. Polka dot headband. Bionic elbow compatible. Bam.
Yeah. I love it. So how did you guys think of the poses for the new sculpts? Did you guys have different blueprints for maybe other poses that didn't see the light of day? How'd you guys go about that?
We thought about it very carefully. I think we wanted like signature poses of the talent that you would recognize and think like, that's my vision of what Dusty Rhodes would stand like as an LJN. And then we also wanted to make sure there was a little bit of playability with the poses as well. So like I said, Dusty, he can still do that bionic elbow. You can wrestle with him. The hands aren't connected to the body like some of the LJNs that we had gripes with, or maybe Justin Magic had gripes with because I'm young. But yeah,
I had to explain it to him. It's a big rubber thing, and your brother will throw it at you. He was so lost on the whole concept. He barely started collecting during like a.
They have a smell to them.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't smell it.
Yeah, it's smelling.
It is. I think the air holes did their job.
Mm.
He smells like a figure, and not like an elite figure. Not that I would know what they smell like, but it is a unique LJN smell, a new smell for a new era.
Oh, okay.
Trademark that one too, Magic. Don't let NECA steal that one.
A new smell for a new era. Damn, that kind of describes everything.
But Magic, the Magic Man here, is helping on these as well, and maybe he can give some insights without naming names on some of the process for the upcoming figures, sculpting, poses, revisions, other things. Anything?
Oh, that was not a question. Sorry.
Yes.
Look, it's fine.
Like I could do that. Yeah, you're right. I can do all those things.
Names. We want names.
I can't give the names, but it's been pretty cool. It's been fun to work on these because, like I said, I was too young for these, so Steve did have to explain, or other people, not Steve, sorry, other people at Mattel.
Not me. I wasn't born.
Yeah, and I had worked on some LJNs at different company, and they weren't so well received, so I was really trepidatious in taking this on again. But I think the direction that the team has laid already and the foundation of reproductions and really staying way true to that aesthetic and trying to nail that retro look. I've been having a lot of fun with that and with our sculptors. He's amazing. He's helped out so much. He's such a true fan and like knows the stuff in and out. So it's been great. Yeah.
Tell me about the Ultimate Warrior, Steve. Was it hard for you to put your own Ultimate Warrior into that case at Comic-Con?
I didn't even think about it really. A sample came back or arrived from Asia, and it wasn't quite show ready. And I was just, I think it was a group of us looking at all the Comic-Con samples and checking them to make sure they were show ready. And I just said, I'll bring mine. And I obviously carefully packed it up, put it in the case myself, took it out of the case myself. But other than those precautions, like no hesitancy in bringing that one there. And actually, I actually have a revised sample here. I'm going to go off camera and get it. Keep talking, Magic.
So while Steve does get that, I'll continue to speak. LJN.
Dude, wait. Can I stop you right now? Can I just look? I'm going to do elephant in the room. What's happened to this episode? We went live. Danhausen cursed the living hell out of this. Okay, I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's definitely a thing. Okay.
I'm all discombobulated. I'm in the wrong spot. I'm all up here in the corner.
Dude,
yeah.
Aren't we all? I think that's what life is meant for. Being discombobulated. Magic, please continue.
So the team. So there's okay. As I was coming onto this, the team behind the scenes, the engineering team, took so much like effort. I went through so many like processes to try to match the plastic exactly. Someone asked a question if they'll stain or whatever. They did so many like tests and age tests and all these things to make sure they last. And so it's kind of fun because they've tried to replicate the original material as best as they can while also making it better and improving on it. So not only will all the figures stand, but ideally in 20 years they'll not bending and they stay stood, So it's like behind the scenes, they've worked really hard, like not us designers, but the engineering team and like the product development team, like put a lot into this to make sure they're like perfect. So it's pretty cool. And then so Steve showing off the LJN Wave 2 Ultimate Warrior. We just got that in.
Look at that, huh? It's like a giant old school 80s muscle. Remember those Justin and Magic when you guys, not me, were kids?
Doesn't it suck being the youngest man alive, Steve?
I know. That trademark that too. Steve OZER, the youngest man alive. God, I'm going to be rich after this. Pro wrestling tees, here I come.
Steve had a lot of like, it's hard for him to join the team because like he looks up to Bill so much because his first way of collecting was those elites,
I was fresh out of the womb. My mom blasted me into a Toys R Us actually, and I stood there and I just bought everything. I don't know how I had a credit card already, but
good thing that
I'm writing this all down.
That guy in the Jeffrey suit caught you.
Exactly. There you go.
Holy, that's really cool.
Obviously, you're redoing some of the poses. You and I talked about this, Steve, a little bit, but for those who weren't privy to that conversation, take us through redoing some of these poses like Hogan and Warrior and King Kong Bundy, because that's something that Mattel has done before with Motus and some of the re-releases there of vintage toys. So tell us a little bit about the decision-making there.
So this project is probably the closest we've ever worked with on WWE on any project. They're really partnering with us with every single detail. So some of these decisions of us recreating classic figures or getting to do new poses and looks like Jesse Ventura or just doing all new figures, that's really coming in collaboration with WWE and some of the people who are very close to LJNs there, who also grew up with the original line. So pretty cool to work closely with those folks there. And we'll keep it going. So just because you get a vintage Hulk here or other WWE superstars, it doesn't mean you're not going to get a different Hulk in Magic's vision down the road with a new pose or a new look. So we'll see what happens as time goes by. We're off to a great start. The figures for them sold out. It was complete madness, pre-sale madness, with 2 different pre-sale beats, Comic-Con and SummerSlam, and we'll see what happens next. Expect the unexpected. That's not a hint of Macho Man.
Sounded like a hint to Macho Man. Let's go in the chat, everyone in the chat. Talk to me about. Did you guys have to think much when it came to doing the original poses, like bringing those back as well? Was that a thought? Did you guys want to redo a Hogan, for example?
Well, there were a lot of thoughts. And you have to come to a consensus. And like, this is what we landed on. And at this time, that's all I'm going to say. But everyone had opinions. And I think for Hulk, let's talk about Hulk specifically. This was the way to go. Like, I think nobody batted an eye that this was the right move to make to redo this classic Hogan. And then, it turned out to be a great way to celebrate him, due to his untimely passing. But, what better way than with the figure for him that started it all with WWE?
Yeah. Oh, voice broke. What the hell?
You're going to cry. It's okay.
It's so emotional.
I cried.
Dream match. Put me in.
As an LJN? In like the Logan Paul slot of the wave?
Yeah.
Celebrity slot.
Do my thing. Fix me.
Oh, snap finger thing? Okay.
Use code ICON.
That was like a jump scare.
Put me in. I'm on my computer again. Put me in.
You're on your computer again. I've seen you moving the computer around. Like, this is like a technological marvel of an episode.
Dude, oh my god. If it was Marvel, it would at least make money. No. Look, this is. I said it when you were grabbing something, Steve. But this is the most cursed episode. Look, I'm so glad you guys have been a part of all the cursed episodes so far. But this one takes the damn cake. Oh man. But no, I really like, and I know that there's a huge fan base for LJN still out there. Tom Montalto still a big one. Shout out the OG Fig Kid and Fig guys. He's like all about the smell. Maybe he'll like the new smell. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll have some choice words. Who knows? But I do like that you guys are bringing that back in a big way, because I think the fandom's still there for it.
I can go as far to say as I think this was this was our most successful pre-sale in my entire time working on WWE. Like, was the return of these LJNs. It was just above and beyond, just like blew our minds how well that did. So
well, I guess hey, if I've got a question that kind of surrounds SDCC. So if you have a big reveal, let's say like the LJN is coming back, if you have that, but you also have another reveal that is also kind of a big one, but you don't want either of them to maybe outshine each other, do you hold off on a reveal for like maybe another event or something like that?
We have, and we can do that. It just depends. Like, we know that the next big moment where we're going to get together with the community is Ringside Fest. Should Ringside decide to have that virtually or in person or whatever. So it's a big gap there. So we got a question like, is now the time? Do we want to, control the noise, join in on the excitement with the fans and make a big thing out of this in person? Can we wait for the next event, Ringside Fest or WrestleMania? Or, do we just let it, come out via images or something? So we just have to weigh it and, see if it's the right decision. But there were other like great things that were so exciting and went over like really well. Another one of the huge reactions during the panel was for the Street Fighter line.
Oh my god!
I think probably the biggest reaction of the panel was the reveal of the Street Fighter figures. So that just that was the time to do it. We had the ability to do a diorama and a great display for it and a panel moment. So here's an example of what you just said of something else that's going to be big for us that we had roughly at the same time as the LJNs.
So how do you choose the talent for this line? Because I feel like this is a completely, Street Fighter and WWE have not crossed over this way, to my knowledge. So where do you get the idea for the talent for this? And is that like an internal conversation you guys have back and forth? And what's the timeline from when the idea starts to production and when we can see it in our hands?
We're like about a year or a little over a year for some of these things. Maybe Street Fighter was a little longer. This is probably years in the making, multiple years in the making. But once we finally got the green light, a bit over, a year ago, we just put our heads together, especially the fans on the team, like myself, Magic, Bill Beneke, George and Bruce on packaging. They all love Street Fighter. Lawrence, who did an amazing job re-envisioning our Retrofest packaging to make it even more like a true arcade cabinet. So anyway, we all got together. Yeah, there you go. We're like, how do we make it better? And then we did this too. I know I'm not really answering your question, but they're doing like face-off poses, just like the versus screen.
Oh, that is cool.
Each packaging has a variant of the characters facing the opposite direction, so you can mix and match and have them face off. So anyway,
that is cool.
That's the love. Like, we love Street Fighter, we love WWE. That's not BS. And we're like, who would be good choices for these characters? Rey Mysterio was the first because he actually appeared in that gear for some marketing spots for a Street Fighter game recently. I think me and Bill B were just like, Blanca has to be Ultimate Warrior. Some were, a little more debated. But yeah, you just try to see who fits best, who character-wise matches up with the Street Fighter character, what elements of their gear would work well, etc., etc. And here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Petitioning via text for 3 or 4 of them.
I had some really fun ideas that people didn't go for. So,
well, hey, is there going to be like maybe another line of this, or is this a one and done?
We've got 4 waves planned of Street Fighter figures, so you'll get a full year of Street Fighter. And then if they do well, they'll have to probably take a tiny break. But if they do really well, and they sell out and retailers want more, we can try to revisit them again.
This is Walmart exclusive?
They are. Walmart in the US, probably Smith's in the UK, I believe. And then we'll try to get some units if we can on Mattel Creations also.
Yeah, the Batista looks awesome.
Yeah, Batista. They're so fun, like all of them. I don't think there are any that I'm dissatisfied with.
Yeah, they're all really cool. Like, I think the execution is there tenfold. I've got a question. It's, I guess, I wanted to talk about the CM Punk and the Roman Reigns upcoming elites, where they're kind of matching and they're from the War Games, and it's kind of like that meme, they're kind of like
I designed those.
Okay.
I designed.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to talk about them.
Please, yeah.
Magic.
Thank you, designer Steve OZER.
Mastermind Magic did these. Genius.
Yeah, man. Talk to me about these, like, because I know for one I'm super amped for the Punk and for this Roman too. I just love this like torso upgrade for both of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was like something I was really happy we got to do for these, to give them really specific torsos, especially because there's like such top guys. We're going to redo these guys a million times probably. That will definitely get some good mileage out of it. Bill designed the Roman torso. I designed the Punk. He worked on those simultaneously, and they came out for this one first. So this is the first time you're going to see that Roman torso. But yeah, the cool thing about him is, like you said, those interlocking hands. So you can like recreate the ending of the match where they finally like embrace and, I don't know, show us respect to each other. But then you also get the meme head where they're in the cage looking like the odd couple, like really angry to be close to each other. So it's a lot of fun little storytelling in this set. And there's also some cool upgrades. And then I think the attires are just pretty nice too. CM Punk with the camo. It's pretty fun. And then the head sculpt actually turned out really cool for both of them, even the meme heads. Like they actually look, the likeness is really good there. So I was pretty happy how those turned out.
Magic almost working on a CM Punk. That's just poetry, I think. Those stories just write themselves sometimes. So what's like the nail in the coffin? What's the ultimate decider to make such a grand change to a formula like that?
For me, I'm new, so I'm like asking for stuff like without realizing it's a no. It's been a no for years, but now I'm saying it for the first time and like, pushing for it and getting a yes. It's like, okay, we said no for so long, I guess. But no, yeah, like I said, these guys are top guys, so it only makes sense to do something really specific for them, especially Punk now. He's not the same guy he was 20 years ago, so using that torso doesn't really make sense for using a modern Punk. So it's a good way just to update these, keep them fresh. If you have a million Punks already, now you don't have this one with the better torso, or not better, but newer torso. So
It
yeah.
is better. You can say it. It is better.
It is
And
bad,
it's not an
yeah.
insult to say that because, the old torsos serve their purpose, but they're, some of them are 15 years old, 16 years old almost. So, they were great at the time, and it was time to make them better and innovate them. And I think, my answer to your question is there was some collusion going on between Magic and I to get some of these things to happen. So,
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you. How about that?
Yeah.
And for this certain torso, it's been deemed the D-Bry torso. It's been deemed the Punk torso. That torso that came prior to this CM Punk. For people who had that existing formula, will they get this updated torso as well?
I think it's probably case by case, and if it makes sense for a different wrestler, probably. Because I think this CM Punk one really is like indicative of this era of CM Punk. It maybe not wouldn't make sense like as debut CM Punk as much, and it might not make sense for anyone else necessarily. But that's why I think it's kind of cool. It's specific to CM Punk.
I think that was the goal with Magic Bill and I to upgrade some of these things, was to start to give specific people torsos catered to them, especially if we're gonna reuse them over and over again like you would for Roman Reigns and CM Punk and the new John Cena torso, etc. We're gonna make a million of them, so we might as well get specific torsos to those talents.
Yeah.
So sticking with articulation and bodies, and Steve, you recently posted on Instagram polling your followers about the articulations they prefer across several different points of articulation, showing some WWE figures and some figures from other lines. What did you learn from those results? How do you sort of view those things? And, do you sort of take them with a grain of salt, since a lot of your followers are wrestling fans and WWE collectors? So how do you sort of look at those results?
I looked at those results. I mean, that was non-WWE figure related, by the way. It was, I was having conversations and I just wanted some proof points to back up what I was saying. And I think those answers are indicative of the Target, Walmart, Amazon, Ringside type action figure shopper, which is different than your like Japanese import figure type of a consumer and collector. So I don't know that it's WWE specific. I took that more as like, these are your people who like $25 action figures. And they spoke, and I think there were no surprises like seeing a lot of those answers. It's pretty right on the nose with what a couple of us were thinking.
Oh yeah, can we see some of those? Maybe are there like you said with formula, and you're wanting to update some of these torsos? Are you wanting to update some of these, like wrist joints, ankle joints, whatever the case is? Is that still, you guys are really pushing to innovate and still like make something new out of maybe a tenure that's already 15, 16 years, you said?
Yeah, I think the team really wants every year at least one articulation innovation, whether that is widespread across the line or like you start to trickle it out. And we've been able to do it year after year. We've added drop down hips, we've added butterflies, the new foot articulation, replacing the old rocker ankles. You saw Tiffany Stratton Ultimate now has new like abdomen into the pelvis. Yep. Oh, that's fast. Wow.
Dream match, getting paid the big bucks? Not at all.
Fast fingers, Nick.
I won't take the credit for that. I can't.
Pinless, right? Pinless joints. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing that. I don't know what's next. Maybe this is still kind of current. What's next? That pelvis. We'll see how deeply we can roll that out over time. But yeah, we're gonna keep doing it. And it was great to see those results, because like I said, it was what I was thinking. Yeah, Bray with disc neck. Cool stuff. We want to make these figures better every single year.
The disc neck is huge. I really feel like that's just such a necessary upgrade and perfect for that figure. Yeah.
And I feel like the Tiffany Stratton as well is a little indicative of maybe what Magic worked on in a prior workplace. Keep it nice.
The there. 80 figures there didn't have it this way, so this is kind of a newer thing.
Cool, man. Yeah, hell yeah. I love this, by the way. I like that. It breaks the mold. I mean, pun intended. Absolutely, it breaks the mold of what we can expect for trunks or gears or tires as well. Like this is really really cool to me. I have a question as well, kind of just onto that CM Punk kind of, if we want to dive into it, because you know me with CM Punk. His new defining moments coming out. Red hair, basketball shorts, that pre-tape of SmackDown, whatever the case was. So we finally saw it on display in hand. How do you think, Magic, that short tech that you've been working on, how do you think that came out and the execution of that from pen to paper?
It came out really good. I was really happy with that one. There were some things I tried to do in the previous version that I cut or never came out actually. So I tried to do them here, and I think it came out pretty good. Like the texture on the pants for one, like just that, like a little detail having like the jersey texture on it. When you touch it, it feels really cool and like tactile. And then the softer legs, like you're alluding to, like it gives so much range of motion. But yeah, it's just really fun figure in hand. Like just small little update to something and just makes it feel like something completely new.
Yeah. Was it cool working on like going back and maybe working on a Punk like this? Because that, for me as a fan, I did not think something like this was possible. And I'm over here, as well as many of us, hounding, being like, pre-tape CM Punk, you have to do it.
Yeah.
So this turned out really well, man. And this defining moments line in particular, I cannot wait for. I believe the Penta is in this wave.
No, this is a Jey Uso wave. So it's him and Jey Uso. Two set only. They're individual packs this time.
Well, you know how I feel with Jey Uso. Get him off my screen. Get him off my screen. I'm just kidding. This looks beautiful. Hey, it's like he does look really beautiful. And these foam hands as well. Can we get foam fingers, foam hands? Is this maybe the start of something new? Pun intended. High School Musical. Hello.
I have wanted foam finger accessories forever, since before I started at Mattel. And I actually wanted to do a 3-pack. I can say it now because we can't do it temporarily, but I wanted to do a 3-pack of Macho Man, Liz, and Hogan from when Randy won the title. And I wanted Hogan to have the foam finger that I think he pulled out of the crowd, if my memory is serving me correctly now. And that would have been the first, and then we could have reused it, like redecoed it for Hulk and everybody else. But yeah, totally want stuff like that. And I think Magic nailed like how to do it now. It's probably good that we waited, because now you can just use the swappable hand technology to make it happen seamlessly. And it's cool and fun, and everybody loves foam hands and fingers and 2x4s and snakes and cowboy hats.
This is true. And you can get all that and more with this new Jey Uso, okay?
At ringside, what kind of code could you use there?
Maybe an iconic one? I'm not too sure.
MD.
Use code ICON.
Sorry, Magic. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. That's so fun. That was a perfect timing.
But yeah, you got me.
But I did mention Penta because you know me, I'm bound to get something wrong in this life of mine. That Penta that's also coming to defining moments in a separate wave. How do you think that execution was on that, from blueprinting, the design process, to how it actually turned out? Because I think this is uncanny. I've said this is, I think, one of Mattel's best wrestling figures, just a period, bar none. The amount of unique sculpting on this is crazy. Like the silhouette of this, I've talked your ear off in DMs. But yeah, how do you think of this and how it actually turned out?
I mean, it turned out really great. I'm really proud of how it turned out. This one's a hand painted model, so we still have to see exactly how it's going to come out in production. So still like eagerly awaiting it. But if this is anything to go on, just the structure of it, because usually these hand painted models don't look as good as production. So I'm hoping we can keep some of this magic there. I think it will. I think it'll be pretty successful. But I posted a photo of comparing the old Penta to this one. And I remember when I first started in my head, like I was like, oh, how do I even top that old one? That old one was like perfect. And then taking that photo and comparing it and seeing like how much it improved, I was really shocked and kind of taken aback. Like, this old one looks like shit now. Like,
that's awesome. I love that. It's like it's, you know, you can't really look outside the box sometimes when you're trying to improve, you're honing your craft. You can't really look at, so that's like just an instance to look at what you've done and compare it. That's a cool moment.
Yeah, but obviously I learned a lot of lessons from that first one, so I thought there's a lot we could do, like just to make it reusable, make it like easily swappable. It's like so it could exist forever. So this tool is not just unique to that one specific attire. So there's a lot of future proofing into this figure. So like you can't take off the hip skirts, but they're meant to be plugged in. So if we ever need a tool, a new hip skirt, we can just plug it right into that same thing. If we have to update it ever, so we only tool limited amount of pieces and create a new look. Same thing with the knee pads. They're kind of sculpted to be a little bit universal to how he's currently doing it. He changes up the formula really subtly, so it's been good so far. He's even kept the same dragon on the head. So, yeah, all of this is done with the intention of pumping out as many Pentas as possible and keeping them as really high quality and like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of things involved. Huh?
Is this going to be, if you guys release a new Penta Elite, would this be the formula, or would you guys tool up like an actual, different formula? Would there be an actual head scan without maybe a mouth mechanism? If you guys did a future Elite of Penta, how would that look?
Ideally, we'd reuse this as far as we can if it makes sense. If he comes out with a different mask that requires a different like tool because of the patterns or whatever, ideally we'd still use these same mouthpieces. So you'd still be able to have this interchangeable function between your Penta figures. So if we have this one and you get the new one, maybe there's a new couple heads on that one that aren't with this, and you could interchange them, and then vice versa. So it's all ideally going to be made to be swappable and usable with across the whole line.
Awesome.
Makes sense. A lot of words there.
I keep the words coming, please. I was going to ask as well, are there certain different talents that you and Bill both are leading the charge or designing process for?
What do you mean?
Like for example, Magic gets all CM Punk. Bill gets all Rick Martell's, please. Or something like that. Like, are you guys set aside, or is it just a case by case, line by line?
So far it's been case by case. We actually we did negotiate a couple trades because I was going to work on a few figures coming out that Bill really wanted to work on. So he let me do some figures I really wanted to work on that he was going to do. So we've been negotiating. There's been some deals made across the line to get figures we really are passionate about.
The great Muda trade of 2024.
Yeah. Luckily he got that before I came in. So yeah,
we're going to have to get Rick Harrison here if we're doing a big trade. Okay. I can't not have Rick Harrison.
Speaking of Muda, are we outside of the Muda window?
Pretty much. We are trying to see if we can just squeeze out a couple more. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, when you see that happen, there's probably a reason, and we rapid fired those Mudas out. And I hope everyone from every era of Muda fandom is satisfied with what we were able to put out.
Oh yeah,
seems like
I know I was. That Legends figure is incredible. Oh man, all the Ultimate too. Oh, stop it! Please give me more. I would love to see that. So with the factory being sort of a middleman between the designers and the consumers, I was wondering, are there any pre-plans in place before sending these renders out to a factory? Since it is the middleman, maybe there could be miscommunication or something like that. Is there anything, pre-planned that you guys do before sending stuff out to a factory?
Go ahead, Magic.
Well, I'd say the factory is not necessarily the middleman. They're probably like I guess it is a middleman, but there's a middleman.
There is a middleman before the factory.
Yeah. But so we have great
Middleman.
teams in Asia and Hong Kong. Our Asia teams are like phenomenal. They do so much to help this out. So it's not necessarily us preparing stuff. We send it to our MOA team, our Asia teams, and they take a look at it and they prepared how they're going to do it, and they make sure everything's communicated to the factories. I mean, obviously we don't speak Chinese, or most of us don't. So like we really rely on them to execute the vision from like us to them. So we hand it off to them and pretty much give it off, and then they'll bring it back, whatever the factory does, and then go back and forth from there.
MOA is Mattel of Asia, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. Got you. I mean, if you had the Peacemaker helmet, let's hope you can speak Mandarin too, okay? Let's hope all the John Cena
Only when wearing the helmet.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's impressive still. I'll take it.
He only wears it when he apologizes. Sorry.
So I've been watching interviews. I've been diving deep into Marvel Legends because I've been addicted, can you say? I can say. But I was watching an interview with a designer from Hasbro, and he was mentioning we're only able to review these at a smaller scale when it's talking about figures when they come out, working on 12 to 30 figures at one time at 5 different stages of development. To put a number to it, how many figures are you guys currently overseeing?
600. That's a real
Is
number. Me
that,
more.
yeah, that was quick.
But yes, yeah, like 600.
Jeez, okay.
It's multiple years worth, right? Because we're already working ahead to 2020. What year are we working on, Magic? 2027. And we're still dealing with stuff that's arriving and shipping out now. So hundreds.
Yeah.
Holy. I have hundreds of things in my room that's not even clean. I don't even know how you even take inventory of that. Justin,
This is why when somebody asks about Elite 121 or something, and you're like, I don't even remember who's in that.
Yeah, you got to be kidding me, right?
That's insanely fair. Justin, please. As I scroll through more questions.
We talk about retail shifts, Coliseum Collection.
Nick Storm is an outlaw, like Outlaw Ron Bass.
Australian outlaw.
How do you know about him?
Outlaw.
You're so young. How do you know about this guy? You're so young. You're just so well versed.
Nick's merch shirts.
He's a prodigy.
Wait, what's this bass? Are we fishing? What's going on? Please, Justin.
The Australian outlaw Ron Bass Pro Shop. Nick Storm.
That's my birth certificate, okay? Don't leak it.
Outlaw Ron Bass confirmed.
Okay, sorry. Go. Question.
So
I'm sure it's a great one.
Yeah,
Elite
clearly.
172.
Coliseum Collection move into ringside. Does that change the cadence of those releases? Do we get more, or does it sort of go quarterly still?
I think you're going to get a couple bonuses because it moves to ringside.
That's pretty awesome. I'll take them.
Followed by awkward silence.
You left us speechless. You left us speechless with that, Steve.
Yeah.
When you edit it, put the processing circle in the middle.
Unfortunately, this is live, so I can't. But speaking on Coliseum Collections, what pros and cons were outweighed when making this series into like a single fig release now and onto ringside?
Just giving them flexibility. Sometimes when you roll out lines, programs, etc., you do it in a way that works in the moment to be real with you, to get it approved and get it out the door and make something a reality. And then as things perform and retail realities change, adjust, evolve, you can do different things. So, doing it this way allows ringside to sell these figures individually. Gives us a little bit of flexibility if we want to, let's say Jesse performs extremely well and we have to wind up shipping full cases to Jesse to ringside down the road. Like, it gives us the ability to do that. So things change, things evolve, and we were able to tweak this one a little bit. And plus I saw people saying, I don't want to buy both, and now you don't have to.
Do the black cards continue on?
Yes, they do. Yes, confidently. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Sure about that?
Yes. But hey, I want to talk about this Jesse as well. I want to go deep dive onto this Jesse. What was the first Jesse Ventura you guys started working on, and when did that happen? When was the green light?
I don't know. I think the green light was when he said, I have a contract publicly. That was when we knew we can probably get to work.
Your favorite.
And I think the first one we started work on was the Mattel Creations Saturday Night's Main Event style Jesse, because we wanted to do something for Jesse out of the gate that had like a little bit of pop culture appeal. So that's more of like a movie star / WWE Jesse. And then, right afterwards, we talked to ringside about taking Coliseum Collection, and agreed that Jesse should be the first one out of the gate along with King Kong Bundy.
How did you work through on that Mattel Creations, Jesse? How did you work through the right attire for that release and one that you could actually make?
We scoured episodes of Saturday night's main event, superstars, pay-per-views, whatever he appeared on. And we knew he had these looks that were similar to his theatrical appearances, but we just wanted to find, where he showed up like looking like this. And he wore the hat, he wore the camo jacket, and it all worked out.
Yeah. It's very interchangeable for like a modern day Jesse too. I feel like you can have him just at your commentary desk still. I feel like this guy's going on my commentary as soon as I get him. This is fantastic packaging. And when can we see this on Mattel Creations?
We're talking. I just had a meeting yesterday, and I was pushing for them to get this up before the end of the year. I don't know if they will or not, but either end of the year or early next year.
Fantastic. Oh man. Well, you can just give me this one here. I see it's ready.
Can I? I think Robert Rudman took mine, so I can't give it to you.
Oh gosh darn it! It's fine, Robert. We'll have to get you on again and steal it from you. Tiger King Jesse.
Someone said that to Bill. He did not like that.
Oh. Carol Baskin. Anyway, let's not talk about him. But I want to talk about that King Kong Bundy as well, returning to the Mattel line.
Bundy.
Oh, avalanche from the top rope. That's my Lord Alfred Hayes, by the way. But talk to me about getting Bundy out again, man. This is exciting. I know, so many people have been either wanting that Legends released or re-released, or have that Legends from way back when. Talk to me.
Well, so many people have wanted that Legends re-released or released from way back when, so we're doing it. He's coming back in ultimate form. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I can say we're working on revising that shirt to actually say King Kong Bundy. The original release just said Bundy, so we're trying to make that happen and have the shirt revised to King Kong Bundy. If it doesn't happen, it just says Bundy. And it ships as we showed here, but we're trying to get King Kong Bundy on it. But he's kind of perfect. He was very full of expressions facially, and having such a big figure, and that lends itself naturally to the ultimate articulation, kind of works out perfect to have him in Coliseum Collection. How was that? I made that up.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I only liked the first sentence you said, but I think I'm just biased. I think I'm just biased. Yeah. No, this is this looks really nice, man. And just the formula I know is going to be very interesting to see, how big you made Bundy. I can't freaking wait. This is going to be a mountain of a man in a figure. And I want that. I want that with all my figures.
He also has sculpted on singlet versus the soft goods that we did for that original release. So he's a fully sculpted Bundy.
So it's more of a cool, more of a sculpted singlet. I like. Very, very nice. I was going to ask as well, is there a so this is more so just talking about an overall, I guess, tattoos, decals and stuff like that. Is there ever a motive to change or update decals, like for existing tattoos for talent, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, Magic can speak more deeply, but they do change the tattoo deco all the time, sometimes unnecessarily to Bill's chagrin. But it's not just the tattoo template that they use for years on end. They do revisions to them. Magic, what else about that?
So for instance, like that new CM Punk, it's new chest artwork because the old one wouldn't fit, so they revised it to fit the new torso. So it's not exactly the same as that's actually an older image, so it's improved a little bit since then. What else was I going to say? Actually, too, on the Defining Moments red hair Punk, because his tattoos are so limited, and he had older, and he's not wearing the boots or kick pads, so he has leg tattoos that you don't normally see. I did go back and add some color back into them that's normally taken out just for cost saving reasons, just because it's not as many tattoos, so I added a kind of plus ones.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna have to buy 20 of these. Get this out of here. I can't look at that.
But when I first started early, I remember thinking how funny it would be to do that figure, just because I don't know, I thought it'd be hilarious. We should do this and let me do it. And then actually it's here and it's already out, it's coming out soon.
Yeah. Well, you had it. Yeah, you had the inklings. You knew what to do with the shorts. Okay, you had everything going for you on that one. I think that turned out fantastic. Justin, do you have it?
Do I have it?
Do you
I
have
didn't
any?
steal it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, why the hell not?
They had big security guards there. So
Okay, that's fair. That'll stop
was
me
trying.
from doing a lot. Yeah.
well, my damn toys was trying. So he's trying to get to touch that Penta.
Oh,
I think you let him too, Magic.
You let him touch your
I-
Penta?
I had it out for the Mattel Creations panel, and as I was putting it back in, I let him hold it for a second.
I want to ask you, Steve, about Chase figures. It sounds like they're coming out in 2026. They're not going to be in the Legends wave anymore. Are they going away altogether for like mainline elites and that sort of thing?
Yeah, chases are on pause for now. We'll revisit them later if we can, most likely. But yeah, all chases are kind of on hold. They had a good run. It doesn't mean we can't do selective ones here or there if there's a real reason to do it. But I feel like we really maximized chase for a long time, and it kind of became standard instead of special. So maybe we'll give it a break and make it special again down the road.
oh yeah, I do like that. Thank God, chases were my least favorite thing because my mum got mad. Tommy Toy Travels, your mum got.
Uh-oh.
Living with your mum still. Anyway, I mean, I can't speak. It's fine. I want to talk about, dude. You guys are making a Sam Roberts figure. Talk to me about that, please. How
We
did
made a Sam Roberts figure. Let's talk to you about it.
Steve? I can take your job right now. with you lowering yourself to my level. Your job, I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal your job. But dude, yeah, please talk, because that, for one, if there was something that I shouldn't have expect the unexpected, it would be a Sam Roberts Builder figure. Talk to me how you guys planned that out, and was this a complete surprise for Sam on the panel?
Well, I mean, he signed a deal, so he knew that much. But being a good sport and he's a fan of all this stuff, he did everything he could to keep things as much of a surprise for himself as he possibly could. He kind of did what he needed to do, which is sign the contract, and he let us take over and do the rest. So, I mean, we want to do as many WWE personalities as possible, in ring, announcers, backstage personalities, referees. And that is slowly expanding. The availability of these talent is slowly expanding.
Wrestling figure podcasts, wrestling figure podcasters, all that stuff. Yeah.
Sign a deal, bro. Sign a deal. But yeah, if they make them available to us and sign deals that allow for action figures, chances are they're probably going to get an action figure. They're not shelling out action figure specific deals with the intention of nothing happening. So I know when people are like, we need whoever, insert name here, either we just haven't gotten to it yet and it's in the pipeline, or we don't have access to them. There's no actual figure deal.
Jackie Redmond.
A shirt deal, or an appearance on TV, that doesn't mean they have a contract that allows for action figures. So if we could do them, we'll do them.
Okay, Jackie Redmond. Jackie Redmond. Right now. So, whole elite wave of Jackie Redmond. Look, someone in the chat, Charles Robinson, please. We're getting the Charles Robinson. Yeah, we're getting in the Monday Night Wars.
Build a
I
figure.
believe.
Just because he asked. It wasn't going to happen until UK Elite Wrestling Figs asked. Magic, get to work.
For the whole nation.
I got good news for you, buddy. Yeah.
Is the United Kingdom a continent?
It's a kingdom.
I built my kingdom. When are we going to see Gilbert? This is a great question.
One fulfilled request per episode, and it was fulfilled with Charles.
You guys have used it. Okay, you guys have used it.
Pick more wisely. Let me pick a figure that's already announced.
Argue amongst yourselves, guys. Okay, you did this to yourselves, guys. Okay, you let Elite Wrestling, UK Elite Wrestling Fig speak for the whole kingdom here of Figure Friday.
Should have asked for Max Moon.
I built my kingdom. Okay, to get that line out again, and I want to talk about Cody coming with. God damn it! Dude,
then twice.
Yeah, Yeah. You don't want to be inside my brain, Magic. But I want to talk about the defining moments, Cody, for a second, if we can, and talk about the new winged eagle. Sculpted freaking belt, dude. From, I believe, Saturday night's main event when he brought that out. Talk to me, Magic. Dude, how was that? Do you guys want to make more, sculpt more stuff for different titles and all that? Blah, blah, blah. You know my question.
I think I know the question.
Yeah,
professional broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen.
My brain was just like, it's like, oh, I'm turning off now in the middle of the sentence.
You make belts. You make good.
Make me belt? Like you're a tailor, Magic?
But yeah, this was just the case. Like the older belt was like really old, kind of like showing its age a little bit. The tool was like not producing as well as it should be because how old is the nature of deterioration of tooling. But this was a good opportunity just to bring back the winged eagle and kind of revamp it, freshen up all the details, really go in there and sculpt everything, really nail it. And then Cody bringing it back, it's kind of fun because it's like we're bringing it back here, a new version of the same old title. So it's kind of a weird parallel.
Yeah.
On. And then
it will be VOM, right?
Yeah, it's VUM. Yeah, so it's gonna be all metallic, like shiny metallic, like the normal standard belts.
Breaking news. That's for your real breaking news. It will be VOM.
Hell yeah.
And
that's awesome, dude.
A cool thing is like an unexpected happy accident about this one, I think, was the belt. We painted the knobs gold, like the pegs that go into the holes there. And then when you attach it, it looks like it's actually attached, like how the buttons look. So that's pretty fun. So
that's so cool. Yeah. What are the biggest differences between this one and the prior one that we do have in hand now?
What are the biggest differences?
Yeah. Like what will be the biggest differences to you?
Oh, sorry. It sounded like you're going to list the differences for me. I was like, oh. This
Hey, look, it would be on brand for this episode.
So just more sculpted detail, sharper sculpted detail. Obviously, it's new. So we have all the details like in there really well. We copied it one for one, exactly how it was, updated just the logos on it. Instead of the brackets on the side being attached to the main plate where it had like a little gap in there, now they're just molded onto the strap and they're painted. So it's going to look a little different. But
that's so good.
Yeah.
You've got the actual design of it, it looks like the winged eagle. This is beautiful.
I'm gonna reveal your secrets. We actually work with the belt maker
cool.
to bring this to life. So that's why it's elevated.
Cool. Can we see this for other titles and maybe which other ones?
Oh yeah, like wherever we needed a winged eagle, this will probably get used. Wait, did you say is that the question?
I was like, I don't even remember what I said, but what I was meant to ask was, are we going to see any more new title designs and which ones?
Oh, that's a secret. Can't tell you that.
Okay.
Will we make new belts? Yes.
Yeah.
I even gave you this cool angle, and you didn't even. That's fine.
Kurt Angle. Speaking of Kurt Angle, people just showed up.
Wow. Hello.
I'm not going to open it.
Speaking of title belts.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
That's a nice attire.
Are those rework championships or are they the OGs?
Those are OG ones, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, look at them.
Throw that on Mattel Creations now.
That's worth
you might win Olympic gold in shot put with that one, Steve.
I did.
Eurocontinental. Yeah. Well, I want to ask, when are we going to get a bold Kurt Angle Ultimate? Just a straight off the bat question, because I'm patiently waiting for one of those.
When are we? Yeah, 2020, 2030.
By 2030, you will have at least one ultimate bold Kurt Angle.
I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it.
That long?
I will, because I'm really young.
You're super young.
Yeah, I can't. I'm still being born. You can tell by this episode. Yeah,
fully breached.
This is incredible. Justin, do you have any more questions?
Always. So
bring them.
Everybody keeps asking you. You probably answered this a million times, Steve. What's next after Legends and Monday Night War? Both those lines appear to be super healthy and continuing. do you have a list of ideas sort of socked away in a drawer somewhere or in a notepad where you've got the next thing ready to go once we've seen the last of Monday Night War or whatever?
So, yes, I do have notes of ideas, but I mean, they're not going anywhere, but doesn't mean that opportunities don't pop up regularly. So I think you're going to see a couple of new lines and themes on top of what we're doing. I think I told you this before, right? In various conversations we've had. Like usually if everything stays the same, status quo stays the same, something has to end to bring something new out. You have to replace it with something. You just can't keep making more. There's no space. Retailers can only take so much. But you know, you're seeing new opportunities arise now at retail if you're paying attention to what's happening, especially in the US. And with that, and with the success of those, you have the ability to pitch for new items and new lines. So some of those ideas that were on the back burner might be able to come to life now.
How long do you look at something as far as like nostalgia goes? Like NXT Black and White or Black and Yellow has their fan base, you know, but it's not that far in the past. But when does sort of nostalgia kick in for doing a line or something like that?
I went like this. No, thank you, Dream Match. Dream Match, the showrunner, the producer. He's the invisible hand. Don Callis, who are you? Okay, Dream Match Figs. Thank you.
So I think the sweet spot really from performance of what we've seen is really early 80s through early 2000s. And anything outside of those parameters does okay, but it's not in that sweet nostalgic spot yet for retro type figures. So that's what you're going to continue to see. And then as we nudge along and get older and I come of age, maybe we will see some sort of NXT Black and Gold legacy line. But yeah, really right now in the moment in time, it's still kind of like late 80s, early 90s is that sweet spot. And we're seeing it slowly evolve towards late 90s, early 2000s. But that'll be what's up next, I'm sure.
Right on.
This stream will be nostalgic at some point. Okay, somehow.
It'll be studied.
It'll be studied for different. It'll be studied for, yeah. It'll be studied. It'll be dissected.
Any second chances on San Diego Comic-Con Cena? Is that going to come back on WWE Shop or anywhere?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. The allotment for .com legitimately sold out. I know there were a couple units left over at the live show, but I don't know how many. So, I mean, even if it does come back, it's going to be like a blink and you miss it type of situation, probably. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's gone.
Huh. Not for me. I got it. I know I got it. Justin, did you get one?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you cheeky bugger! Look, yeah. This is such a great release. I want to ask about this as well. How many different versions of this were there? Did you guys know you wanted to do an Ultimate Cena? Did you know you wanted this kind of storytelling with it? Was there? I know people have been floating around the idea of like an armbands and just heaps of shirts as well, and I think that'd be cool for a Cena pack. How did this idea come about, and how do you think it went through execution?
We have to pause and answer a burning question from the live chat from
Please.
Tommy Toy Travels. Who made the Great Khali Elite and are they single? So it depends on which Great Khali Elite you're talking about. The Build-A-Figure was created by a former Mattel employee. He's moved on to other things now, named Hector. He is single. I can get you his number if you'd like. And the new Great Khali single release Elite was Bill McKenna, who's also single. And I'll ask him if he's willing to give his number to you. So I can make that happen.
Making love connections tonight.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. What were we talking about?
It's a love-making show right here. Damn. This is like a matchmaker. Hector, slide in my DMs. So it's just weird. It's just weird. Oh man, how many different versions of this were there? What was my question, Justin?
I don't remember, but I think it
Goddamn,
was
Hector,
something
you ruined
about
everything.
John
WrestleMania
Cena,
Elite, Cena, and CM Punk return. Are they getting on WWE Shop?
Are they gonna kiss and make up? What's going on?
We have
Are they
existing interchangeable heads, so you can like do whatever you want. Really, I'm not gonna say anymore, but yes.
All I'm gonna say is Cody Rhodes might give Sammy Guevara a kiss goodnight. You know, so that's fine. And you can open the forbidden door that way, and if you want, but keep it locked, and I don't want to see it. Thank you.
It's not forbidden anymore.
Tap on the head.
Yeah, a little love tap. I like that. Oh, baby, let's go.
New weight belt, right?
What was I talking about with the Cena? Please.
I think
Someone.
you're leading up to a pun. I think that's what that was going.
No, but just how did that execution?
Why do we make it? Cena's. I think that the question was, how did we get to that concept, right? So
yeah, thank you. I was about to retire.
I pretend like I don't remember things. So honestly, like this is we were told we should do John Cena, right? From powers that be. And we put our heads together and we tried to think of concepts, and we had a couple of different really fun concepts for this one, but ultimately, you know, you go through the gauntlet with your ideas and you land on an end result, and this one is a really good one. And I think this was a collaborative effort of the team to get to this decision and get to this final outcome. Request from fans, right, of having like, hey, you know, how come you don't do items like that old Stone Cold Steve Austin classic superstars that had all the championships and accolades? A lot of reminiscing and nostalgia for our classic year one packaging, and we just kind of tied it all together. A shirt we had never done before. Ultimate Cena, boom, sold out. It worked.
I love this for a reason as well. If you guys have that, was it From the Vault Cena where he had the navy and the yellow attire? You can put this shirt on that and cover it with that kind of scratch logo, new title, and have like a 2014 Cena as well. You can do a lot with this, and I think that's what I like about this, the amount of interchangeability that comes with this pack.
You can have him, you know, wear the Honky Tonk Man's jumpsuit.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah, I remember when you loved to do that.
Yeah, you could put the Penta hands on him.
Yes.
What else can you do with this figure, Magic? That's the rest of the episode. We're going to say what we can do with this John Cena figure.
You could play house with him. You can build a diorama, you know, of his man cave, and just has all the belts on his wall, and he's just sitting enjoying.
How's his pool? How's his pool game?
Yeah, big love pool. Yeah. Retirement Cena, and just sitting there looking at all his accolades, like, look what I've done with my life. And just, you know, and you could change the different faces, like, I should have won more. I don't know.
Yeah. He's gonna look great with those Penta hands.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice gloved hands.
Yes. Yeah. Of course. I mean, you don't want to touch anything. Eli Cottonwood Legends Series 144 confirmed. I don't even know. I don't blame you for no one understanding that reference. Shout out if you guys watched the first season of NXT.
I understood. I lived in Florida, and I would go to Florida Championship Wrestling and the old original iteration of NXT. So anyway, I know Eli Cottonwood.
Back when he was 5 years old.
You're 8?
Yeah, he was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Impressive. Damn, I got to get my years in. Damn, I got to get my 10,000 hours up or whatever it is.
Someone's asking for Nikki Bella Elite. It's coming. We announced it. What are you talking about?
But that's a very specific ask.
What's up with these guys?
Who's
Running
that?
change?
I have a live clock ticker on there. What is this?
Running change CM Punk with the boots. Boot change?
I don't know.
What's the difference?
One's got that,
They're
that
so tiny.
band at the top, and the other's just a complete boot. And then the other's got the legs are different too.
It looks like the legs are different, and they've done a running change.
So, and knee pad change. Yeah.
And knee pad change. I don't know. What is that? Elite what?
Ultimate. 20 whatever. The Bret Hart pants.
You don't know every figure you've made, Steve?
What happened?
You don't know every figure you've ever made?
Yeah.
Like this is one, dude.
I do. I would just guess that, Bill caught something he could improve partially through the process and asked them to change it. And they said, we can't change it. Will you accept a running change? And then Bill probably said, yes. And that's what happens.
There we are.
Sick.
Yeah, sometimes it's not like a big thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know I announce running changes sometimes, like if there's a problem and we make a lot of effort and move heaven and earth to fix things. And sometimes it's just like part of the process and it happens. And I don't even know that he does it because he catches something and he fixes it. So do you like the running change?
I like the first one that I got from Ringside best, I think.
Maybe that's the running change.
So I have no idea which one's which. So
maybe the running
one
change
came
was
from
the
Target,
friends.
one came from Ringside.
Maybe the running change was the friends we made along the way.
What did Megan Thee Stallion say in the chat?
Yeah. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, by the way. Huge Figure Friday fan. She can't stop DMing me about it. It's a bit obsessive. Tell us about the Nikki. Is it the Royal Rumble gear? Does she have new hair or a new head? Tool the guesser.
Man, I set myself up for this. I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's probably Royal Rumble because that's when she came back. And I know that we have, she's back now, so we got to get to work quickly. I don't know. It's got to be Rumble. It's got to be Rumble. We're working on it. She only had that one match, and then there was a little bit of a break right before she started like performing again recently. So it's Rumble would be the only one to do.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for that. Guys, this is the portion where we're going to be taking questions from the comments. Please comment your hard-hitting questions. We might get to them. But I just want to say, and also we'll get to this as well. Man, there's too much in my brain going on. I was actually named after Nikki Bella. I wanted to just put that out there. But please, Justin, let's talk about the new weight belt.
Let's talk about it. It's fixed. You can button it, right?
I know people have nearly been edging to talk about this weight belt this episode. So that's just a reference. Shout out if you're that's if you're a Figure Friday fan. That's we call them edges. Okay, let's just talk about this weight belt.
It's a new and improved weight belt. This one, so
Edge heads.
Yeah, Copeland.
Yeah. That's what. Okay, see, easy mistake. We don't have to. It's fine. So yeah,
he's holding it. Look at him holding it, like for all to see at Comic-Con. Almost as if somebody posed it that way on purpose.
Wait,
that's nice. Good posing.
Wait, you telling me these guys don't do them? I saw Toy Story. I believe everything I see now.
Is this your work magic?
It is. I'll take a lot of credit for this because I did something similar somewhere else, and I said, "Hey, that worked really well. I should copy what I did previously," and here we are. I think that's something I was able to do, like shamelessly, because it's me doing it again, not anything.
No, I remember we do have a new sculpted weight belt. We've got one with the new Ultimate Target exclusive Hogan that we just recently got, and a few in the past with a few Codys. What's the difference between that one and maybe this one? Is there much a difference?
Hulkamania is the difference, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be the difference in most cases.
It's a different clasp.
Okay.
Bill did the Hogan belt. Magic did this one. They both seem to work well.
Mm-hmm.
And different waist sizes, right? Hogan's a little thicker than the Codester here. Lean and mean Codester with his abs and serrations.
Looks just like me. I don't want to show you, but you can take my word for it. Trust me. Looks just like my abs. I've got all 8 of them. We have a comment from Louise Tello in the chat. Do you guys have an idea of next year's SDCC exclusive? So that's a good question. How far out do you guys plan it? You already you have like an idea, or you have the thing, right?
They've been thinking about it for sure.
Years in the making.
For next year?
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you for that.
Rodman Hogan? No, it's not Rodman. I wish. But this is as good, I hope.
Yeah. I like that.
To some, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in the line. Something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, look, I'm on autopilot. Steve, you expect too much out of me.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Vanilla Ice Cena confirmed.
Yes. Killer Wolfpack says, "Is there a chance to get an Ultimate Batista with his updated tattoos?"
It's always a chance.
I guess.
Mm.
Like how updated? What era?
You
got to be more specific than that.
Knock at the cabin era.
Updated. Yeah, right.
Yeah. How about Guardians of the Galaxy era?
Cat Ninja voiceover studio Batista.
Yes, if you could. If that's all right. Okay, UK Elite Wrestling Figs. Tell us about the MCMG Elites, the Motor City Machine Guns, dude. Holy, I know people have been waiting for people have been making customs and customs and customs in an Elite form, in Mattel form for these guys. Does Saban have a jacket? That's what he's asking here.
Yes. They both have entrance gear. If it wasn't shown, it's soft goods, right? Because soft goods aren't always shown. They've got heads, they have hands, they have legs, feet. I believe they have feet.
Double check that.
Yep, pants. They're wearing pants.
Thank God.
Pantaloons, if you will.
Yep.
Did you work on their pants, Magic?
No, I didn't have anything to do with those. Bill did those all the way. Did really good. Those are awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's cool they're coming out. Like, they have been a staple of modern pro wrestling for so long. I had the TNA Toy Biz figures back in the day. And then the Jax figures as well. So it's awesome to finally get them into the Mattel line.
Yeah. I like that. Louise in the chat, was there no chance of making Jushin Liger when he made that one appearance in NXT or even now?
No, because appearing on TV does not equal an action figure deal. So sorry. But if he does sign an action figure deal, I think there's going to be an internal bidding war and exchanges and negotiating and bribes to see who gets to design that figure or figures.
Did you get the future rights to him, Magic?
No, but I feel like if I say I want it bad enough, I could parlay that into getting something else I really want. So I think I'm going to use that as a gambling chip to get other figures. Yeah.
Our AA figures, AAA AA figures. Dude, what am I, John Cena? What is this, a John Cena match? Our AAA figs on the table. I don't know how AAA contracts work.
Not yet. We want to do them as soon as things are sorted out. We will, but I hope we will. But yeah, we're not ready for that yet.
So you haven't even gone down the rabbit hole of what IP might be available to you or anything like that?
I mean, we are talking about those things, and we have ideas, not ideas of what could be available and ideas of what we want to do, but like it's complicated, acquisition, there's legacy gimmicks and talents, and there's modern, and it's just not quite sorted out yet from an action figure perspective.
Mitchell Craig as well in the chat. Shout out to Mitchy Boy, I like to call him. No, last time. How will this Hogan Ultimate with the torn shirt work? So this is something that's been intriguing me. I've been seeing it. We saw the render at SDCC, and how will that work? What kind of material will it be, and what can we expect to see with that?
I have a theory that when the commenters have multiple punctuations, it's a better chance of you putting it up on screen because you're like, oh my God, lots of question marks. This must be a good one. So the Hulkster was part of the director's cut panel presentation. There were so many slides that I was getting really nervous of getting through them, and we literally finished right on time and didn't even have time for a Q&A. So I am glad I cut some of these slides and showed them the day before. But the Hulkster shirt is something Bill has wanted to do for a while. I think you saw a glimpse of it when we had that zombie Hulk prototype back in the day. But it's a separate PVC piece that fits around Hulk's torso, and the hands are permanently attached around the shirt. So you just have to pose your elbows out like this, as if he's ripping the shirt off, and it'll stay in that position. Oh, really nice, really nice. And we modeled it. We modeled it after a few different images of Hulk doing that. Specifically, the one that I know I sent to Bill was from the WrestleMania Nintendo game, where Hulk is tearing the shirt open on the cover of that game. That's a classic, iconic photo of Hulk.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, this looks really cool, man. Like, this is very, very interesting. Like another just innovation you guys are working on. I like it. UK Elite Wrestling Figs in the chat. And this is about, this is a question for the UK, but also I'm going to selfishly make it about Australia or just international in general. Any idea on...
Like Outback Jack in the UK, too?
Yeah. They call him Mandem Jack. Mandem Jack, I think. Any idea on the LJNs being available in the UK and the Legends? So what about that internationally, just overall?
I am going to do breaking news. I'm going to avoid the question for just a second. I did get confirmation that Walmart Canada will be taking LJNs. So I know there's a huge LJN fan base in Canada. So Canadian fans, look in Q1 for LJNs at your local Walmarts.
Do we get French cards?
What's the opposite of wee? You might get French cards. I think that is like a regulation where you have to have French on Canadian packaging. So there's a good chance you're going to get that, or one of those labels. I don't know how they're going to handle it. To be
just another thing to collect right there. Yeah.
You get the IP to Grand Toys.
UK, we're trying to accommodate UK and Australia via Mattel Creations, but that is still a work in progress.
Well, you guys are like stocking so much over here, like lately. Like I'm noticing, like our shelves we're getting new little barcodes and everything. I feel like Mike Wazowski right now. There we go.
Oh, and Legends. Yeah. They mentioned Legends too. Same thing. Got to get them on Mattel Creations. Hell yeah. Smiths can only carry so much, and they took Monday Night War. So Legends is Mattel Creations for you guys.
Yeah. Steve, you were talking about with more punctuation, you were more likely to get on the show. UK Elite Wrestling Figs ask.
I shouldn't have said it. Now everybody's going to do it.
Yeah. Get this though. This one. I want to know what you guys think on this one. How? ? Is ? Nick so handsome ?
His mama. Got those looks from his mama.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Genuinely. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Unless you hate your mom or something, then you got that from his daddy. Got those looks from his daddy.
Look, logically I got them from both. If we were going to go that route, this is I don't know why I asked you that. I'm sorry, Louise. Is there any
the question marks?
Yeah, that's why. Thank you. Yeah. Any chance Mattel Creations could offer collector's grade option like a Big Bad Toy Store does? As a mint in box collector, it's very hard finding packages in good condition for store exclusives.
Like this? Like the opposite? No. Yeah, the opposite of this.
Unboxing live on the air.
Look at this. This is a huge Chuckus protector for John Cena. No, it's too difficult. There's no way Mattel Creations is gonna be able to do that yet. Maybe down the road, but we're still trying to figure stuff out and get everything offered to you guys, like LJNs and superstars. We got that's the priority, more than doing a mint on card, mint in box option. If we get all that stuff straightened out and we're rocking and rolling and everything is available to everybody and we are announcing pre-orders and everything that you guys ask of me that you want to see on Mattel Creations, then we'll think about like a minty mint option. But until then, no mint option on Mattel Creations.
Yeah, it did.
The retro poster from the 80s, huh? Of John Cena.
I don't know. I wasn't born, so Magic. When you were little, did John Cena have an LJN with poster?
I recall seeing it. I think it's pretty accurate. Faithful recreation.
That was his gimmick, pal.
Weren't these guys on like the MTV Music Awards together?
I think
it was the Oscars.
I don't know. We're too young to even know what MTV is, Steve. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I think it's the war to settle the score. I think they wrestled there.
Yeah, that's so true. I want to talk about that poster real quick because I think you guys have done some cool things on this poster. There are cameos throughout on this poster in the back and the crowd. Talk to me a little bit about that. I see a few familiar faces in there.
Yeah, so this here is young Robert Redman.
Yep.
This is.
Wait, no. Am I talking the packaging? Wait, this is all. This is not what.
This is Bill. This is Bill.
Back when he had hair.
Magic not here because these are all.
Yeah. There's Steve with hair in the front row right there. You missed him.
Not me. No Asians on that poster.
There we go.
With the circle. With the circle. Sure, put the two bald guys together on the poster. I see how it is.
Oh man. If you could, yeah. Oh my god. Look at that though. How cool. I think Bruce Mode is on here as well, and Robert Redman. I see him right there. Yeah, a few familiar faces on here. Was that like a must? You guys had to do this because I like that.
So originally were you going to be silly, Magic? Go first.
Oh no, I just said I'm not on here. I'm just looking. I didn't make
Did you do your picture already?
I wasn't asked to do any of this stuff.
Did you already take your photo?
This looks like it's all reworked from the past ones, so I think that's why I'm not on it.
He's not answering. Anyway, we were originally just going to do the classic posters, and someone asked to do variant posters, and we were like, okay, twist our arm, and here you have it. So yeah, we weren't really being self-serving with these ideas, but we had to work quickly and do some variant posters. So we went into the Coliseum Collection art bank and borrowed some of that.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 posters, right?
There are. So blue carded figures come with the classic poster. And then on the black carded figures, if you're lucky enough to get those, you'll have a chance of either the chase or the rare chase poster.
How rare is a rare poster?
I don't know. Depends on the production numbers that are going to wildly vary from wave to wave, but pretty rare.
I like that. I like
Unless
the collectability.
we make like a million, and then it's not rare whatsoever.
Right.
I like the collectability of this. Like, you get a chase poster, and then there's a rare chase poster. Dude, yes, amazing. Let's bring posters back in a big way, guys. My walls, they're too bare. Okay. Harrison in the chat. Is there plans to release one Ultimate ring per year? I love the rings and would absolutely love a SmackDown ring based 0307. Me too. Maybe with an Ultimate angle. Is there a plan for, one Ultimate ring per year? How do you guys see that right now?
Yeah, that's been the plan. That's going to continue. Look what I have.
Ooh.
Now this I've been wanting to see in hand so bad. When what's the timeline like for this? When can we see this in hand?
I think Ringside will have this in time for the holidays.
Yeah. December, I think.
Yeah. So
if
you want this for Christmas, you might have it.
Is this coming to Mattel Creations too, or is it just Ringside?
Both.
Both.
So timing will probably be the same, like Ringside in time for Christmas, and then Mattel Creations early next year on sale.
Look at that, dude. Oof. Shaky. Magic, did you have a hand in designing this bad boy?
You know what? I did not. This is one I traded Bill early on to get something else because he really wanted to work on this.
Nice. Oh man, this was one of those negotiations.
Yeah, I may not be working on the next one.
Oh, okay.
Started the next one. One day.
Oh.
Maybe see it.
Look at that new torso.
Thicker torso.
Yeah.
Thicker pelvis.
Looking good.
It's got a
thicker pelvis.
Don't we all? Okay. Did you guys like pass up putting another talent in with this SmackDown ring? Was it always Jacob Fatu? Because that feels a little bit of a no-brainer to me.
I think I had to do some negotiating to convince somebody. to put Jacob in here, but I think it was absolutely the right call for his first Ultimate to come with the ring.
Can you say who else was meant to be in here?
I don't know if there were alternatives. I think I pushed for him, and somebody, had different opinions, but it wasn't like a different talent opinion. It was just like, maybe we should think about somebody else.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it happened.
Beautiful.
Jacob's man, the nicest dude in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
That's why I'm glad he came with this.
Yeah. He's the coolest guy.
Yeah,
it's an important spot to be with a ring like this, right? Because I'm just saying, like, these items are expensive items, and you want like a talent who's really gonna help the item and complement the item. So, like, for me, for all of us at Mattel followed this guy like from the indie days, and we would go see him at PCW and whatnot. And like now to have him anchoring like an important product for us is like super cool. And he's a sweet fella, as Magic said, and he just chattered up with the team. He was so warm and welcoming. So I love it even more that he comes with the ring because of that.
That's all. Yeah,
I was almost like tearing up during the panel hearing him talk about like his debut at the Royal Rumble. He mentioned like I think someone asked him, or Sam asked him what he was thinking about during his debut, and he said all I kept thinking about was my kids. I'm like, man, what a like real answer. I'm like, holy shit.
Because he was like, in the ground level, the last Rumble. I was at that Rumble that he was at, and I was like, damn, I could have been on the lookout for Jacob Fatu the whole time. But yeah, like he seems like such a stand-up guy. Any interview, any clip you see him, he's such a personable dude, and he's so scary on TV. It's such a juxtaposition, but I love that about this sport, man. This art form that we call pro wrestling. I just love that, and I'm really happy for Jacob Fatu because he's just one of my favorites going today. So that makes me really, really happy. Justin, do you have a question, maybe?
I think you should ask questions from the audience. But
I like the sounds of that. Since D Ross 2, since you finally solved the Bret Hart head problem, okay, dude, can we get a Canadian tuxedo Bret like the one on the poster back in '91? I do kind of agree with the head thing.
I've tried to make that figure happen since day one. It will happen, or I'm going to die trying.
That's awesome. I need in the packaging. He has to have his hands in his pockets or whatever.
And Magic volunteered to debut the figure wearing the Canadian tuxedo.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, thank you. If I do see that next Figure Friday, I'll be wearing a Canadian tuxedo for sure.
I feel like Shamrock's giant in this photo.
He is Galactus. He heralds your beginning and all this. This is a great 3-pack as well. Talk to me a little bit about this. I know we're kind of haphazardly going from the chat to this, but this is something I did want to talk about as well. Talk to me about this. Who designed the Bret head?
We worked with a really good sculptor on this one. Someone I've used in the past to like really nails likenesses. So that was key on this one, trying to get like some fresh eyes on it, get someone else to try take a stab at it. And I think it went really well. The Screaming Head was one I was most worried about. Is one Steve was most worried about. But that, in my experience, when I was talking to people really gravitated towards that one specifically. So I was really happy to see that people really liked it. And then like the neutral head, it looks awesome. Like you can't really see its face because of the sunglasses, but he came out really good.
Oh yeah,
Steve, go ahead.
I'm going to be transparent of the approach to Bret. I think people love Bret and have an idealistic version of Bret in their minds, and I think Magic nailed like idealizing what Bret should be, and translated that to an action figure. I think it went beyond just like using photo reference and making things precise and exact. I think it was like just trying to make like this, this iconic individual come to life in action figure form, more than just like the exactness of recreating a sculpt from photos.
So really recreating what he looked like, recreating what people think he looks like, basically.
Yeah,
that's so interesting. Holy, yeah, because I feel like you're trying to reference Bret when you're sculpting these Bret Hart scans. So maybe, that's very. I've never thought about that like that. That's very. People are weird.
Scans, if you superimpose them onto the photo reference that was used, some of them are absolutely perfect. So I think it was just aligning, the vision of Bret that we have in our minds and hearts to what it is as a physical toy.
That happens with wrestlers too, though. Like you could scan them, like, and do a 1-to-1 exact replication of them exactly, and they'll tell you doesn't look anything like them. Like that's like, oh, that doesn't look like me. Like my nose isn't that big, my ears aren't like that. Yeah. It could be a 1-to-1, but like people have an idea of what they look like or what they're supposed to look like. So it's always trying to meet the dream, in a sense.
That's so interesting. Wow.
Justin, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, are you going to drop a bunch of images next week? Are we due for a gallery?
Soon. Maybe not next week, but maybe the week after. But really soon. Really soon. We've been shooting away.
Put them biceps away, dude. Wrestling Treasures. What's the timeline for Ultimate Edition 29 pre-order? I know you guys are overseeing 600 figures right now.
Who's in that wave?
Is that
after? I have no idea. I'm sorry.
That's a Ringside John question.
Yeah, Ringside and Entertainment Earth and all our great partners put those things up for pre-sale. They have an embargo date, and they can put them up anytime after that embargo date. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Ooh, Alex West Collects. Shout out, my boy. How much freedom do you have to make bloody figures? Is it, we've seen this with the Stone Cold defining moments. Is it something that is always on the table, or does it have to be a certain opportunity that makes sense?
Case by case. We have to kind of pitch it. A lot of things we just like submit through a normal process. It's pretty easy and straightforward, but that requires a couple extra levels of presentation and pitches to make happen.
Are you guys working on the next bloody thing right this second?
Maybe.
Okay. That could be a no, guys. Remember, that could be a no.
Could be a
no. Tell us about that Stone Cold vest, Magic. You worked on that too, right? That's the first time that we've got a soft goods Stone Cold vest in the line.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Just something different, like you're saying, first time doing it. So they've made so many great Stone Cold figures. So what I try to do with this one is just like give him an updated head. It's not a new expression per se, but like an updated version of the expression. So it's a little bit sharper, like newer. So you get all those things like you get with a fresh tool. And then the vest, just trying to make it executed in soft goods to just add some value to it, add some enhancements. So like you have a million Stone Colds, but you don't have one with a soft good vest that's officially licensed necessarily.
That's true.
And then it's going to be improved from this one too. It's going to have metallic printing on it. And I believe the logos might be incorrect on this particular one. So it will be rectified.
Talk to me about that formula for the Stone Cold too, because this looks a little different to maybe the formulas that we're used to in, his prior Top Picks Elites or whatever the case. This looks really good.
Yeah, I take all the credit because I'm a real student of the game for this. And I know all the parts the fans want. And I see all people complaining. I know exactly what everyone wants for these things. So yeah, really, I know what I'm doing. I say that jokingly because Steve is like so on top of this, and Steve helped me with this particular one in particular, just like using the right legs, using the right arms, because he does in fact listen to everybody and has like an encyclopedic knowledge of like every part we've ever used. So
I can't remember the waves, but I know the parts.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh man, it's a problem on Figure Friday a lot of the time. Paulie 4505 or 04, I can't speak. Could we see Ultimate Edition NXT ring with someone in the future? So that's a good question, and maybe I've got another one to add on to it, but I'll let you answer this.
What era do you want to see? I mean, you're not really asking that question. I don't know. Maybe. Who do you want to see with it, and what era? You tell me.
You guys made the yellow and black, didn't you?
Yeah.
No,
it was somebody else.
Remember the authentic scale ring?
It was Wicked Cool Toys.
Yeah. Okay.
Your former employer.
I made a few rings with them.
Hell yeah. I'm ringing them right now because look, I have no joke. But to add on to the question about the NXT ring, do you guys have maybe like an idea to put out ring skirts and turnbuckles and stuff like that just on their own, or is it going to be just this Ultimate Edition ring layout as we see it going forward?
Man, I got so much heat from my answer when Ringside asked me during the Q&A for that. I don't know how to answer anymore. Like we need it to be a success however we release them. People are like, just release it, just put them out. Like you can't just put something out, like it has to live somewhere, right? A retailer needs to want to take it. That includes Mattel Creations. They're a retailer, they're a business. Like the retailers need to want to take it, and then the item needs to be a success. It can't just be like, put it out there and good luck, everybody.
Put it out there, and the whole WWE Mattel team gets laid off.
And then before that happens, you have to make a case, right, of why it's going to be a success. And, you know, we were right there on the cusp of making something happen where we thought it would work, and we had to put the brakes on it and pause it at the last minute. So, you know, we're really close to being able to do something like that. But, you know, it takes more than you think to bring these things to life. Fortunately, a lot of the stuff is very turnkey at this point because they're proven successes like the Elite Collection and Main Event and blah, blah, blah. So you're just doing new characters. But like something a little bit different like that needs to be proven. And like just ring skirts or just turnbuckles or posts, like, you know, there's a reason they didn't last very long the last time they came around. It was kind of like one and done. And I think it was just at ringside. Like they were the only retailer that carried those. So we're trying. Like it's not falling on deaf ears, but you know, it ain't happening yet.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Danny. Well, thank you regardless.
Don't create a reel of that, please.
That's the only reel I created this episode. Wes Bond. Interesting name. Lovely name, dude. Way better than Nick Storm. Retro question. Will we see more or less now that they are ringside exclusive? First set of reveals were more modern talent. Will we still see a good amount of Legends talent too?
So we will work with ringside on selection of those talents because they're the home and they have to take on that inventory responsibility. I'm sure people love my business-esque answers. So, you know, we'll work with ringside for the right talent that they sell. There will absolutely be Legends. And as far as the amount, it's probably roughly the same when you look at the whole year, give or take. And some of that comes down to like when things ship and whatnot. But yeah, roughly the same amount of retros you're used to.
Very nice.
With LJNs coming on and adding that to Knuckle Crunchers, Elites, Ultimates, Main Events, all WWE superstars that aren't LJNs, is that new budget, or you know, does that cut from something else? I mean, you mentioned you're working on 600 figures. There's, you know, 4 a quarter there coming in. So
you mean like a tooling budget?
Just in general, because I mean, it's a new thing that doesn't replace something. It appears like in the past that something else has moved out.
Yeah, well, for LJN specifically, that like we approach that as something on top of everything else we were doing. So we did ask for more tooling for that. So you know, theoretically, you're not stealing tooling from elsewhere to make those happen. I don't know if there's anything new on top of LJN though. I think our numbers are balanced between everything else. So really, it's just LJNs that are new on top of the traditional stuff we've been doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just remember when like a new item that was a specific form factor would come in, something else would move out. So,
right, yeah. So LJNs is new. So we asked for some extra tooling money for that. Work-wise, it is more. Like me and Magic, like it's extra for us to do. So I mean, I thank God I love this stuff when I'm toiling away at 9 o'clock at night or beyond. So if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be able to handle this workload, I'm sure.
Louise in the chat is also asking about, I'm going to make this maybe more of a broad sort of question. What keeps someone like Ariana Grace and Fallon Henley for getting their first figure being in NXT for years, while others with shorter time on TV already getting theirs first? So yeah, I guess like that can be more of a broader question or a broader, kind of scope. There is a talent, maybe they've been there, but there's maybe a newer talent who's getting more shine and pushed a little bit more. How do you guys go about that?
Magic doesn't like them. Mm-hmm. No, I'm kidding. That's a horrible answer. No, that's not real. That's not real. We really do love all the talent, like legitimately. Like this is the business I think we were born to be adjacent to. I don't want to be so bold to say a part of, but like, you know, we love giving back to the business. So, you know, there's never any ill will or intentional shunning of anybody on our part. We try to make everybody happen, but I think it comes down to sometimes it's tooling budget, sometimes it's deco of the gear. It could be any number of factors. Somebody's contract is coming up and WWE says, hey, hold off, they haven't signed a new deal yet. And then we keep on going, they sign a new deal and they just fall to the back of the line again. Like lots of things can happen. Like I can't really give you a specific answer because it could wildly vary from talent to talent. But every few weeks when we do new lineups and talk about everything, we literally discuss every name available to us. We literally go through the roster, the Legends roster and the Modern roster, and we bring up every single name that we haven't done, and we try to make it work. And you can only do a couple at a time. So yeah, that's how it is.
Nick, we got to ask about the farewell, Cena.
I know.
The chat's gonna riot here.
Thank you, Haz, for putting this probably in the comments 20 times. So that's actually not a thank you. But will the farewell tour Red Cena be available in the UK?
That.
Cena hitting Walmart. Thank you. Cena hitting Walmart. So wondering if Smiths might get it.
I don't know if Smith took it or not, to be honest with you. I will say that we have a great UK team who pitches all these things to the various UK retailers. And I talk to them and I'm like, please put extra effort into X, Y, and Z items. And they do a great job. But ultimately, a retailer puts their business plan together and they select their items. And at that point, we can't do anything else about it. And then I'm begging Mattel Creations, take this item, get it on the site. And if there's inventory available, they get it up there, blah, blah, blah. Boring stuff. But we try. And I don't know if they're taking this one. I'm sorry. But I do, when I get these questions and I see them, I do go back to my UK team and I say, hey, what's up with this item? And they give me an answer. So I'll ask about it. And get back to you on the next episode 1 year from now when I appear again.
Of course.
Is that coming back in the US too? The black shirt that was at Mania on WWE Shop still, or is that not happening? I
literally asked somebody about that earlier this week, and I said, "Hey, what's going on with that?" Because I was, in the middle of trying to make that happen a few months ago, and I left it in people's hands who were handling it. I'm not sure what the holdup is, so I'll ask about that as well.
Won't be the same.
I am hacking the mainframe. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, saying won't be the same because me, Bill, and Steve touched every single one of those WrestleMania shirts and packed it in by hand.
Those are more valuable.
Yeah.
Literally, you have the blood, the tears, and Bill's sweat on those Cena t-shirt figures.
Mine too. I was really sweaty. I'm not gonna lie.
I
mostly put them in the package myself.
Did you dab yourself with the shirt to dry off a little bit?
we held the it has the little open hole there. We held it and shook our sweaty heads. One drop had to go in before we could move it down the assembly line.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Honestly, you guys should have seen us. It was pretty fun putting those things together because Steve was ripping the boxes open, and then he would hand it to Bill. Bill would rip open the smaller box and then line it up, and then I would grab the shirts and put them in each one, and then rebox it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, Magic was the master inserter during that process.
Okay.
During most of my life too, but yeah, also during then. Great. It was really fun, guys. You guys should have seen it.
Yeah. Well, with all that blood, sweat, and whoever knows whatever else there is on those, I'm going to clone you guys and start Wattel, WWE Wattel. And it's going to be the rival to you guys. So you guys better be prepared. I don't know. This bit doesn't have any legs. Megan the Stallion is asking.
Gotta shoot your shot, bro.
Thank you. Megan the Stallion is asking, will Julia Elite come with her soft goods robe, or is it too costly?
Oh, sorry. I'm also doing photo approvals for. It's actually the Jacob Fatu ring.
Let us see.
I only heard. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Ooh. Nice.
Will she come with soft goods for Julia? Right? No.
Yep.
Okay,
well, How am I meant to go on? Also, I love the build-up.
She's too expensive. Not for Elite. She's too expensive. Maybe one day we can get her into the Ultimate line and afford her entrance gear. But yeah, we're lucky we got that Elite tape that happened. Probably shouldn't even exist in reality. Don't tell our bosses.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's I'll tell them. Matt is asking, how far along with Sari was Bill, and how many days did he cry when he couldn't complete it? Okay,
What?
Great question.
A Sari figure.
What?
I would hope in NXT way back. Magic Girl, I guess. Right?
Look, I'm just reading stuff. Look, I just work here. I love the new Elite packaging. Having more plastic for autograph space. Was that a coincidence, or was there a mission to have more plastic? Beautiful question, Louis.
Every year when we finagle with the packaging, one of my asks is sure that there's space for autographs. Last year, even though they shortened the window a little bit, they intended to have that space below the window to potentially be autograph space. So yeah, we very much are cognizant that people like to have the WWE figures autographed and try to make room on them, all of our packaging for autographs.
Steve, you've been super generous with show and tell. Anything you want to show that you haven't shown yet?
I got this sweet Storm Collectibles Blanca.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hello. Isn't that just Ultimate Warrior from the Street Fighter X WWE crossover, guys?
He merged with Warrior, with regular Warrior, and then they had
a baby.
Yeah. Somewhere here. This was what resulted.
Oh, wow. That's a little father-son combo. I like that.
Yeah.
Look at that, huh?
No, I love the execution on that. Like, I think that Warrior is fantastic. Like, his chest hair is the Warrior logo.
Yeah.
But you don't care about me showing Street Fighter non-WWE figures. You want to see something else. Do I have something else?
I'm a Tekken guy, Steve. I'm sorry.
I got that.
Tekken.
Oh.
I got that.
These are showing.
Oh.
We show these at Comic Con. Don't go so crazy.
Okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But someone's holding them now, and that someone is me.
Ooh.
Right?
When can we see these shipping out and out of your grips?
Go to ringsidecollectibles.com and see what fulfillment is. I don't know.
Beautiful.
This means it's close. This is final product. So this means it's there. It could be in the air or on the water or something, or coming off the assembly line. So we're really close.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for that, Paul. Very, very exciting.
That might be the last of it, so don't ask me for anything else.
Okay. What are you hiding? Who are you working for? Harrison, any update on the Mattel DC license? Love to get a Mattel version of Peacemaker. We found it. There's the Mattel version.
There he is. They scanned me with that helmet on to make our first figure. It's going to be great. Yep. You push a button and the arms flail.
Beautiful.
There's nothing I can say yet about DC except that there's awesome people in place to work on it. Great designers, a great team in place, packaging, off the charts, experts, and it's going to be terrific.
Oh yeah, I like the sounds of
more to come. More to come.
Wrestling Treasures. Can you tell us anything about the Ultimate Edition Umaga?
Do you have any insights on Umaga, Magic?
Yeah, it's got 3 heads, a brand new sculpt. Looks very good.
I did this to myself.
Umaga's treasure.
You can show us a picture. That helps us cheat and remember things.
Yeah.
True this. You hear that, Dream Man? Dude, my computer's like dying every 5 minutes. I'm trying to get it to restart. This has just been awful. This is it. I like this though.
I'm glad I got right 3 heads. I'm glad I got that right.
He's awesome. Umaga's one of our favorites. I don't think being sometimes we abuse favorites by putting them in the line often, right? But Umaga is one where we really, really love Umaga, and we use him, I think, appropriately. And when we do, it's impactful. And when his name comes up to do certain things, like that previous Royal Rumble figure or this Ultimate, everybody is eager to do justice to this guy. He's awesome. We're happy we can celebrate his career and perform.
Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Alrighty.
I told you nothing about the figure, though. I realize that.
Hey, look, you did. You did, but you didn't, okay? We have a few more questions and we'll get out of your hair. Okay, yeah. Hair, what's left? No, I'm kidding. Alex West collects. Lovely boy over there. Will the Bash at the Beach 3 pack be available in Mattel Creations? Walmart can stick it, brothers.
I don't know. It's hard. A lot of these items, like, I'm not announcing ahead of time. They're just kind of showing up. So we're trying to get to a better place where we can confidently let you guys know ahead of time, like, hey, this is going to drop. So the idea is that it will be there. But until they get like inventory confirmation, I can't really confirm that. But yeah, theoretically, it will be on Mattel Creations.
Hell yeah. I have one more question, Justin. I'm not sure about you, but I want to ask, I've seen in the chat a little bit of concerns about Penta and the Defining Moments mouthpiece. People are like, just don't want it to fall out. Just don't want it to pop out. So what is in place for that mechanism? Is it a nice, tight sort of clasp? How is it in hand, since you guys did play around with it a little bit at SDCC?
Yeah, it's super tight. It's like a big square. So this one's like, it's been updated since this, because like if you look at this, it's like a tiny little peg, but it's like a big square. It was so tight that we had to put a notch at the bottom of it so you can get it out easier. So there's like a tiny little slit underneath the chin that you could stick your like a fingernail in and take it out. But it's really tight. Yeah, we're not gonna make something that's gonna be easily falling out and losing it. So
yeah,
rest assured we are.
Now I want everyone out there in the chat and everyone to watch this. Yeah, if you guys got a kick out of this, watch this again, and especially on that bit, watch Steve's eyebrows.
Stop it.
Will we see Evolve figures down the line? Miplet 2002.
What?
Miplet 2002 asks. Evolve. I'm gonna say that's a no. I want to answer that one.
I didn't even know what the question was once you said the name.
Will we see Evolve figures? Evolve.
Oh, okay. We don't, to my knowledge, we don't have deals with those talents or access to them. So unless they're under WWE proper deals, you're not going to see that.
Oh yeah, those are like cappuccino guy. Shout out to Coffee. Why do you guys hate Akira? I'm not even bringing these up now.
He knows what he did.
Why do you?
He knows what he did.
This is yeah, exactly. He knows what he did. Being a great wrestler and all. Okay, one more question. I'll get you guys out of here. Mr. Guzzy, any chance you can re-release the whole Monday Night Wars series? That's a horror. Are you gonna re-release the whole Monday Night Wars series?
Is that the end of the question?
I'll say probably no. I want to say probably no on that one. I would probably say no on that one.
All right. What? I live in New York, and I won't read the rest. Okay, thanks for not putting it up. You made the right call.
It is up. What are you talking about?
Well, previously it came up in my silly insistence. So some will be re-released. Absolutely. I don't realistically see all of them being re-released. We'll try though. We'll try.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Gail or Gael. 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 Yeah. Guy Gardner in the chat. Thank you very much. I love the Green Lantern. Do you guys see Superman?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk okay, how would you like Superman? That's my final question.
It's great. Saw it twice in theaters.
I saw it a second time on Wednesday. Hell yeah. I have to get my mom's reaction.
Bought it on demand. I have it digital already.
Hell yeah.
It's out?
Better.
Yeah, it's been out last week.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
James wanted everyone to be able to see it before Peacemaker came out because you kind of need to know what's going on. Peacemaker is an integral part of the new universe.
Okay.
Okay. Have you seen the new season? Yeah, it's good.
I saw the first episode.
Okay. I need to finish season 1 of Peacemaker. So, but all that to be said, we don't have our normal outro music, so it's just awkward silence for this time. Beautiful. See? That's beautiful. I love the silence, okay? I'm going to need a lot of it after this episode, but thank you guys for joining us. Again, talking all about reveals.
What a smooth segue to end the episode.
Thank you. Well, if I can offer nothing, it's at least a segue, okay? Thank you, yeah. Roll out the red carpet for yourself, guys. No, thank you everyone out there for watching and sticking with this, because holy, this was really fun. It's always a fun time when you guys come on and give your time to us. So we really appreciate it, and just giving the fans time to pick your brain a little bit as well.
Thank you for entertaining us while you ask us questions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's really nice. What the heck? That was super nice.
Be
mean. Be mean. Hell yeah. Well, that's literally. You were just reading that.
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. I think he typed it after I said it. I don't know. Whatever.
I think that might be you. I think we found your alt account.
It's the sentiment for the show.
You found your alt account. No, thank you. Well, yeah, you guys are lovely to me, and I really do appreciate it. How generous you guys are every damn time, and just how game you are for whatever this is, whatever this turns into. I appreciate it. But please, roll out the red carpet for yourselves. Magic Steve, where can the people find you out there?
I'll go first. I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad for being in the chat, and my cousin Jesse. That was really nice of you guys. Thank you for asking questions. I'm just on Instagram. Yeah.
Where on Instagram?
My name is magic.olmos.
At Justin Bieber on Instagram, you can find Magic Olmos.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
He's very humble.
Yeah. For me, Action Figure Attack on Instagram.
Here's my cousin Jesse.
TikTok. I don't have a cousin Jesse. I have a cousin Joe. He's not watching though. He doesn't care about wrestling figures or wrestling, or action figures. He plays a guitar though.
That's something.
Okay, Action Figure Attack. That's me.
We'll get him on here next time instead of you, Steve, if that's okay. we need a new OZER in. I'm getting Steve fatigue. Okay, no, that's the next comment on Ringside Collectibles. I'm getting Steve OZER fatigue. Get out of here. Justin, where can the people find you out there?
WrestlingFigureNews.com. Thanks for doing this, Magic and Steve.
Thank you guys for having us, as always.
Pleasure. For this eyebrow-raising episode.
Eyebrow raising, trailblazing, all the azings. Okay. But yeah, thank you for joining at Nick Storm Review. Everywhere you gosh darn can. There's a link tree. All our links are in the description if you want to find us, guys. But without further ado, Dream Match. I'm wondering how this is gonna work. This is I can't end it normally. So feel free whenever you want to get us out of here, Dream Match. Press that big old red button, and thank you guys for damn watching. I'll see you when I'm looking at you next. Bye-bye!
Did you enjoy this stream? Well, good, because after this stream ends, make sure to go onto my channel and binge watch every single one of my videos, because they're guaranteed a good chuckle or two. Thanks so much for watching.